I'm Marie Wizel. I'm a supply chain manager. I manage both the regional closing offices and the rental network. And I started out with Cartus 35 years ago, which was home equity at the time. In fact, December 1st is going to be my 35th anniversary. And really, I was in a department that pioneered property management. We had come to a point in time where our client, they were transferring transferees over to Europe, mostly England and France, a little bit of Italy. And when they were bringing their employees home after 3 or 4 years, they couldn't afford to buy their own homes back. Most of them were coming from the Fairfield County area. So they asked Home Equity at the time if we could come up with a program where we would manage their home until the employee actually returned home. So we came up with the property management department. And one of the big things at the time were what we called 90-day leases. We still use them. It's called a break clause. When a customer went into a property, the lease that they signed was a 90-day lease. They understood that the owner of the property was a transferring employee of our client, and that at any time they could be called back and the customer would be given notice and the leasee would have to leave the property within 90 days. Well, most of the time that didn't happen, but every once in a while you'd get a transferee who would return unexpectedly, and we'd have to give notice to the tenant so that he could vacate the property. So that was interesting because, again, not a lot of the homes in the areas had leases with a break clause in it. So that was, we were doing that. But from there, I came over to the main office at Home Equity at the time, and I became an associate counselor. From there, I went to a counselor, and then from counseling, I went to real estate services, where I spent many years, and probably most of my years in real estate services, where I actually sold properties. At one time, I had probably over 200 listings in Fairfield County, Connecticut. And recently, I've taken over the rental network. The rental network is a network, again, where the clients had a need, and Cartus responded to the need by developing the rental network, where they have customers who are going to different locations, and for whatever reason, personal reasons or business reasons, they've decided not to purchase in the new area, they've decided to rent. So my department will assist the customer through locating a provider in the area that they're going to, helping the customer and his family find the property that they're in, and then making sure that the customer is settled in the property. So that's our regional closing office and our rental office, and between all of that, it keeps me very busy. And that's about it.